Welcome to Truths, Proofs, and Firewater Reviews. I'm your host, Lindsay, and this is Jon, risking his liver to discover new whiskeys. We base our reviews on a 25-point scale, 5 for the smell, 10 for the taste, 5 for the finish, and a combined 5 for the bottle and look of the juice.
I'm going to go with some Bookers because I don't want to open up my little book right now. Well, that was a lot more Bookers than I thought it would be.
Well, you'd be okay.
There was a press release on Little Book Chapter 4.
Oh, man.
Which was funny because the press release came after a bunch of people already got bottles. Which was getting me mad, and I kept starting to look for them, and Michigan probably won't get it till next year.
This is my life, guys.
Some interesting details on it this year. Last year was so different. Every year he does something way different between blending Canadian whiskey and bourbons together. And then last year all the small batch collections blended together, which was an amazing bourbon. And this year it's totally different once again. What you got?
Alrighty. So again, using Breaking Bourbon site, thank you. Go like them. They have great page, great information. So they pulled right from the press release. So quote from Fred No is, "This year's release is an ode to my dad."
Freddie
and
No.
Well, whatever.
Freddie No, and then Fred No's dead.
So this year's release is an ode to my dad and the lessons he passed down to me about bourbon and life, all of which I hope to pass down to my own children, Freddie No said. A lot of them go back to honesty and integrity. He taught me to be true to myself, which is something that's very important to our family. And I know when to slow down and be patient. Dad values carry over into our whiskey brands, and I'm proud to honor him with this special blend. So it is called Lessons Honored. It is released officially as of August 20th. So, I mean, it's out there.
I'll get my hands on it in probably January.
We'll see. We've been looking around. We have a lot of people looking for us to try and see if we can find it. But again, we're probably never going to see it for a couple months at least. Because
Can't say never.
Well, yeah.
See it.
Stag came out in May, and we still haven't even seen that. That hasn't even hit our state. So
yeah, well, we're all still looking for Larceny B batch, and C batch is almost out.
Yeah.
But we did get 2 little books last year, so
maybe we'll find a couple this year.
So what is the blend?
So the blend, we are expertly blending a 4-year-old Kentucky straight brown rice bourbon, a 8-year-old Kentucky straight high rye whiskey, and a 7-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon. Freddie achieved a unique and well-composed whiskey with no one component overpowering the other. So, another quote. I really like reading about Little Book and everything because the quotes that Freddie gives and he puts out are really phenomenal. So, another one that he said is, "Going into the selection of blending process for this year's release, I had a very clear idea of what I wanted to honor my dad and the story I wanted to tell with his whiskey. I knew right away that these were the whiskeys I wanted to work with, so I spent most of my time perfecting the blend to balance the flavors and create a whiskey that would make Dad proud. I think I did just that, all the way down to the blue neck tag, which represents our favorite sports team, the Kentucky Wildcats." So it's going to be 122.8 proof, and it is a suggested retail price of $124.99.
There are still people getting it for around 80.
Yep.
We did get it 80 and 90 last year on each bottle,
Yep.
so hopefully they didn't update the price on that this year again.
We'll see.
If they did, that will be the first $100 bottle I will purchase. Hopefully we get birthday bourbon too, but it's getting expensive.
Oh, you think?
So with that brown rice bourbon, that really gets me. So they have some stock of brown rice. So are they going to put out another product that's going to be just a brown rice bourbon?
I don't know.
Or is that kind of just...
Sorry.
That was loud.
Baseball.
Did we hit another home run?
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing my White Sox shirt, guys, because we're killing the Cubs
We've only
right
hit
now,
like
9-0.
21 home runs in the past 41 innings.
Yeah. Sorry, John and us are kind of on a high with our baseball right now.
So the brown rice, they also did the Jim Beam signatures, and I think they did a bunch of stuff like that. They did a high rye. I think they did rice bourbons and stuff.
They had like a rice and an oat.
It's so weird
something.
that I don't know if they were just trying to get rid of stock and he was just testing it and really liked it with that blend. But it's just weird.
Isn't Jim Beam the one though that's known to have like he has like a testing warehouse or something where
he has like, his own. I mean,
like he just throws stuff in there and sees how it goes.
Freddie is their blender. He is known for the blending. The high rye, I guess, is kind of like Booker's rye that was whiskey of the year a few years ago. I didn't
read it, but it is put in there that it's an ode to the Booker's rye, just for the fact that you don't see it. It was released in 2017. The bottles are all bought up and you don't see it anymore. So maybe that's an ode to, maybe we're going to get into the rye soon.
And the 7-year is kind of like maybe some Booker stock, maybe some Baker's. So yeah. I think it's got some quality whiskeys in there.
I don't think that he's going to put crap into Little Book. And you know it's going to be a supreme whiskey. So
some people liked every batch. I had all of them but the first one. The second one had like a Canadian and it was so different. I loved it, but it got so many bad reviews.
Yeah.
And everyone loved it last year. I'm sure there's going to be hate this year, but
I think that people... Well, and that's the thing, though, too, is, like, you have to go into bourbon with an open mind. You can't be so closed off. And if you are, that's fine. If you like what you like, you like what you like. But with that, I think the hate just comes from, well, you're putting a Canadian with an American whiskey, and that's not, you know, people...
A lot of the older bourbon drinkers just want a straight bourbon. They don't want anything different.
And this is, again, this is going outside of the
Booker's is kind of going toward a different crowd.
Yeah. I think they go towards a lot of different people. They reach a lot more people with the variety that they put out. So, whatever you think. But we're excited, guys. If you get your hands on a bottle, let us know what you think. But there we go. Little Book. It's on the market. One little sip. That's all you're going to take. Please like and share us to social media, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a suggestion for our next review. Thanks for watching.